Right now, we've got Rich calling in from New York.
Rich, good morning.
Rich, you there?
Good morning. How can we help you?
Yes. Do you hear me?
We can hear you.
I have a question. I'm 55 years old. I make $120 a year. I max out my 401k.
Okay.
Now, I'm in the process of picking up a part-time job driving a school bus for the school district.
Okay.
Now, they offer a pension, but I have to put in 3% of my salary.
Right.
And I think I had the opportunity of doing a 457.
457? Mm-hmm. Right.
Yes. Now, my question is, the 3% that I have to put into the pension, does that go against my maximizing, for my 401k at my other job?
Let me
lower my 401k?
Let me back up just a second. How old are you, Rich?
55.
55. And how much in terms of dollars are you putting into your 401k?
25,950.
Okay,
a year.
So you are in fact maxing it out, and you're getting a match.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, you should be able to put into your 457. Don't you think, Aaron?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that 3% is a required contribution. Well, he's asking if the 3% goes against his match
no.
or his contribution to his 401k. The answer to that question is no, it doesn't. And then you can also contribute to your 457 plan as well. So you can do both.
Excellent. Okay. And then can I ask another question?
Of course. Yeah. All the way from New York. You get two.
All righty. You have a very informative radio show. I'm like a podcast junkie. I listen to everything.
Well, thank you.
And
Hey, let me ask you a question. Rich, let me ask you a question. So you found us on a podcast. What did you look for?
Oh, I'm always looking up CFPs because we're eventually going to move to North Carolina.
Uh-huh.
So I'm like CFPs, in the South. And I'm always Googling something, and you folks popped up. Now, my other question is, this is where I get a little concerned, or when I look at your website, let's say I hire you, Joe. Am I hiring you? Like, is every planner, do they all have their own book of business, or am I hiring the firm? Like,
that's a great question.
Concern.
I appreciate that question. We talk about here Certified Financial Group and having 14 certified financial planners. I look and I run Certified Financial Group as a big hospital, all right? And our job here is to provide the latest state-of-the-art equipment and resources for all of our planners, who I consider doctors, to help their clients. But each planner has their own practice working with their individual clients. Now, that allows you to have, this way you have the direct contact. You're not being shuffled from one planner to another, and you're going to work and have that relationship directly with that planner. However, the good news is because we have such depth of knowledge here with 14 planners and 3 CPAs, we collaborate, which means we work collectively on cases. When we come up with some new ideas or some strange circumstances, we all work together. But when you call in here and you're looking for a specific planner, you can work and will work with that planner. So you're working directly with, now planners work sometimes with a team, like on my team, I have Aaron and myself, and we work with our clients as a team. This way, if I'm on vacation and so on and so forth. But we also have backup when the individual planners go on vacation. Right. But I hope I answered your question. That's how we work. So you're buying the resources of the entire firm, but you're working with an individual planner.
Yes, because there's another large firm in the north that they talk about a round table. Like when they get somebody, it goes into the round table, and everyone looks at the whole entire, person's situation. And
well,
I can have like a bit of a round table.
We meet on a regular basis. But let me tell you something. We've been at this long enough, and our planners are so experienced that it comes to the planner meeting if it's an unusual circumstance. But basically, when we see clients, 95% of it is pretty much vanilla. They want to know, this is what I have, this is what I'm earning, this is what I expect to have, this is what my expenses are, and how can you give me some peace of mind so that I'm going to be okay when I'm 95 years old. Now, every client is unique, and there are certain circumstances, but believe me, there isn't virtually anything that we haven't seen that we can't figure out. But if we come up against something, that's why you have the depth of 14 planners here.
Okay. And then one last
Sure.
thing.
Go ahead.
How do I know, and this is, I can't, how do I know you're not going to Bernie Madoff me?
Great question. Boy, you're loaded with good. I like these guys from New York. They get right to the point. Here's what we do. We manage a couple $1 billion of money for our clients. All right. We don't custody any money. By that I mean if we blow away tomorrow, can't find Aaron, me, and the 12 other guys that work here and gals that work here, your money is never here. We use two major custodians. We use TD Ameritrade, which is soon to be Schwab, and Fidelity. And the assurance that we can't run off with your money is because you get a statement directly from Fidelity. You have 24/7 access on the internet from Fidelity and TD Ameritrade. You can see your account is there. Right. What we become is the pilot, so to speak. We tell them what to do on your behalf to build a portfolio and monitor the portfolio, and the money sits there. That's yeah. See, Bernie Madoff was running his own deal, and he was creating his own statements.
Right.
And that's the difference.
He didn't use a qualified custodian to hold his money. Right. And that's really the distinction there, is that we use qualified custodians that are independent of our firm to hold the assets on our client's behalf.
Right. And on top of that, we're required by the SEC to be audited every year to verify that what we're doing is up and up and so on and so forth. And Bernie Madoff never had an auditor.
That's because he was never mind.
He was cahoots with the auditor. That's why he was in cahoots with the auditor.
Anyway.
Yeah.
All right. Well, listen, I just for the general public, I listen to maybe 20 hours a week, and you folks, you're checking off every box of, credibility and sincerity, and, it just scares me a little bit. I'm like, there's got to be something wrong with this firm, and I can't find it.
Well,
so,
we've been in Central Florida for we've been in Central Florida for over 40 years, and believe me, if there was something fishy here, we'd been long gone.
But
Yeah.
Rich, I appreciate your call. You had some of the best questions I've had in a long time.
Yeah, thanks for the call, Rich.
Thanks for the call, Rich.
Okay. No problem. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.